Welcome back, students. I am your SST teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, as we are studying our fifth chapter of geography, that is industries, and in our last video we have studied about the primary, secondary and the tertiary activities. So in that we have studied about the different type of sectors which are basically the divisions of the industrial system. In that video, we have studied about the introduction and the classification of our industries. So, in our today's video, we will study few more topics of this chapter industries. These are the factors affecting location of industries, the industrial system, how the industry is working. And the third is the industrial regions, means which areas are good for the settlement of a industry. So let's start our today's chapter with our first heading, that is factors affecting location of industries. What are the reasons behind the development of any industries? The development of industry depend on the availability of raw material, land, power, labor, capital, transport and the market for the consumption of the materials and the goods which are produced. Or we can say any industry should be set up at a location that involves the least cost. So, what are the factors which are behind the development of any industries or which are affecting the location of a particular industry? Let's see one by one. So students, let's see one by one which are the factors those are affecting the location of any industries. So in that series, first of all, the first factor is land. For setting up a large industrial plants, flat land is preferred as it makes easier and less costly to build any operate the plant and there is always space for future expansion. So, land is a most valuable or responsible factor for the location of any industries. The second factor is the capital, or we can say the finance or money. Capital is required for several purposes like to purchase of land, capital goods, raw material and many operational expenses. Therefore, there should be proper banking and finance facilities around the industries. Next factor is labor. For industry, labor is one of the important factor. There should be easy, cheap and skilled labor available for the production processes. The population residing in and around the raw materials sources can be employed for unskilled activities. Next, we can include the transport. As you know, the transport is the most important factor which is affecting to any location of industries. The transport of a good transport network of road, railways and airways is important for the location of industries, also for the development of industries. Some of the goods are priceable in nature like milk, vegetable, etc. And they have to be transported to market. And this is possible only with the availability of good transport network. So these are the most important factor. The next most important factor is market. See, if we are having the production, we are having all kind of things, but if we are not having any kind of market to sell it, so our industry is totally flop. So what we can say about the market? After the processing of raw materials, distribution of finished good is the most important activity, so that the products can reach the targeted consumer. For this, access to market is needed. Proximity to market is useful. However, at present, with the availability of fast means of transport, this factor is not very important, as goods can be transported to far off place in no time. But this remains a crucial factor for goods of perishable nature, such as food and dairy products. And the next important factor we also can include, that is the government policies. For opening or running many industries, the government policies are also required, as the government is also giving some subsidies for few industries as the small scale industries. So how we can include the government policies as a factor of location, or a factor which is affecting to the location of any industry. These determines which parts of the country or state needs to be developed, and accordingly development is encouraged in those areas. So the government offers subsidies in the form of lower rent or easy loans to industries that set up their plants in backward or the remote areas. Also, we can say the village areas where the knowledge and the money is the most important factor for any running for any industry. So these are some important factors which are affecting the location of any industries. So students, here we have seen what are the factors which are affecting the location of any industries. But the most important thing, how the industrial system is working, and what is the industrial system, and what is the format of running any industrial system. So we can say the industrial system consists of input, process, and output. If we are giving any input, then we are getting any output from that. So let's see a small clip through which you will know about the industrial system. Students, in both the videos you will see the manual work of industry, and also you will see the automation of industry, in which you will see the input and the output system of industry. So let's enjoy this clip and understand the topic industrial development and the industrial system. So students, you have seen a clip in which you have seen how the industrial system is working. So now we will see where we can set up the industries. Means what are the industrial regions, or what are the particular areas where we can set up any industries. So let's see our next topic of today's video, that is industrial region. So which area can be included as an industrial region? The area which have high concentration of industries are called the industrial region. You have seen the division of the different industries. Few are large scale industries, few are the small scale industries, few are for the home based industries, few cottage, the marine based, the different type of industries. So for that all kind of industries, the industrial regions are also different, but few areas are highly concentrated for all kind of industries. So what are these reasons? When an industry develop at a location, people settle in the region due to that location. 2. Took advantage of the employment opportunity, because if the location is perfect, so the industry can be run smoothly and the people get more and more labors. Also they will get more and more work in that particular industries, and the opportunity which are provided by the industry. So all facilities, as the location, the location is the most important thing for opening any industries. Second, the transportation, as already I told you, the transport is a main factor which is affecting to the location of any industries. Also, this is the main thing for running any industrial region or in a particular area. The transport is also required, means the network of a transport. Next is the banking, means a proper banking system also is required to set up a industrial region or area. The next thing is the power supply. As you know, or if you have seen, the many industries are set up near around the power supply areas or near around the river bank. If you will see in our next video, we will discuss about the Jamshedpur. It is a area where the iron and steel industry TISCO is set up. Or one more thing is there, that is cotton or the textile system. So these we will see in our next video, but we can say the power supply is also important thing which is affecting to industrial region or any industrial area. So what are the major industrial region, or which countries or the which states are developed as a industrial region? Let's see. Students, if we talk about the important industrial region, the most important industrial region are often located in the temperature region, near the seaports, and mainly near the coal mine regions, as already I told you. Okay, so if we talk about the major industrial region, see, if we talk about the Eastern North America, the Eastern North America is the most important industrial region. In that area, the southeastern Canada and the northeastern USA are the most important industrial region. Students, the major industrial region you can also locate in the map which has been shown in your screen. The next major industrial region we can include the Western and the Central Europe. In that, the north-south pattern from Scotland through England through the mouth of the Rhine River Valley, and the passing through Germany and the French to northern Italy. And if we talk about the Eastern Europe, in the Europe, the Western, Central and the Eastern Europe, all areas are the major industrial region since a very last ancient time. And the Eastern Europe, the Russia and the Ukraine regions are most important. Students, don't confuse about the Russia, because Russia is a country which is located into two continents. First is Asia and second is Europe. And if we talk about the Asia, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, China, India, Taiwan, these are the major industrial region over the world from Asia. Also, the Australia and New Zealand are major important industrial regions from this map. So students, here we have seen the major industrial region, and if you will see or if you will observe, all the industrial regions are set up near around the banks, river banks, or the coastal platforms or the coal mines. So students, in our today's video, we have studied about the important factors which are affecting to the location of any industry. Secondly, we have studied about the industrial system and how it is working, and we have also studied about the major industrial regions. So here our today's video is complete. We will study more about this chapter in our next video, in which we will see 2 case studies about the Jamshedpur and the cotton textile. For more update of this chapter, keep watching SST June.